you are welcome back. Let's solve an example. Let's say you are given this. You are given this your right angle triangle. You have 12 meters here. You have B here, and you have A. And this is 45 degree. This is 90 degree, right angle triangle. So if we have this, using what we were given, for us to find A and B is as simple as anything. So what should we do? Solution. Remember, SO-CATOA. SO-CATOA. That is, sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, and cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and last but not the least, tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So that is for the trig ratios. They are called trig ratios. So from here now, from the right angle triangle we were given, 12 meters is opposite to 45 degree. So if we want to solve for B first, you will have sine 45 degree is equal to 12 over hypotenuse. This is opposite, and this is the hypotenuse of this angle, of this triangle. You have B. Then you have 45, sine 45. You understand, right? You have sine 45. So wherever you see 45, you now remove it and put the value from what we have, or from what we were given then. Our sine 45, remember, is sine 45 from the triangle we had then. We had square root of 2, 1, and this. You have 45. You also have 45. So our 45 is opposite over hypotenuse. 1 is opposite here, and look at the hypotenuse there. So you have 1 over root 2 equal to 12 over B. Then you cross multiply. When you cross multiply, you have this times 1 and this times this. You have 1 times B will give us B equal to root 2 times 12, which is the same thing as B equal to 12 root 2. We are done with B. So we go to the point of finding A. Finding A. Remember, what we were given is something like this. 12 meters, then A and B. You have 45. So we solve now. we have gotten here as B as 12 root 2. Then I also want to use this thing again, this 12. We have opposite over adjacent. From here now, opposite over adjacent is tan. So tan 45 is opposite over adjacent, or opposite over adjacent. So tan 45 is equal to 1. So you have tan 45 is equal to 12 over A. And we have just established from that place that tan 45 is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to 12 over A. When you cross multiply, you have your A to be equal to 12. So this and this are equal. That's an isosceles triangle. The two angles must be equal and the two sides must be equal. So that's what we have seen now. Now, you can also solve another one, or we can solve another one and call it a day. Solve and call it a day. Let's assume we are given this. You have 45 and you have 6 meters. You have A and you have B. So from here, from what we have been doing, you have sine 45 is equal to opposite over adjacent. So you have A as opposite to 45, A over hypotenuse, that's B. Sine 45 equal this, A over B. Then cos 45 is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. But we don't have any problem with cos 45. I just want to show you like what we did. Here is 45. You have root 2, 1, 1. Cos 45 is adjacent. Here is also 45. Adjacent and opposite, they are just the same thing. You have adjacent over hypotenuse. That's 1 over 2. It's the same thing as sine 45. So you have 1 over root 2. So from here now we can solve. So I just want us to use cos instead of sine because we have used sine before. So cos 45 is 1 over root 2. Then our adjacent, we use it as 6. 1 over root 2 is equal to 6 over B. And when we cross multiply, we have B equal to root 2 times 6. Root 2 times 6. So B is equal to 6 root 2. Then for A, opposite over adjacent, let's use tan. Tan 45 is equal to A over 6. A over 6. But you know that tan 45 is equal to 1. So you have a over 6. Then a is equal to, when you cross multiply, you have 1 times 6, and a equal to 6 meters. We have 6 here, and we have also solved and got 6, meaning that it's an isosceles triangle. 2 sides must be equal, and 2 angles must also be equal. Let's stop here for today. Maybe in our subsequent classes, let's say next week or next day, we will do more solvings on the topic. But as you are staying at home, solve this. If you have here as root 2, you have x here, and you have y, 45. You know, here is 90, and also here is 45 degrees. Solve this and give me a reply. Like, send your answers to me. I will definitely do the necessary correction. See you when I see you.